a 5-game slate for Tuesday. First game, Utah at Brooklyn. Kevin Durant's going to be out for this game, so we know we're going to want to go on Brooklyn. For the Utah side, I think Gobert and Mitchell, they're still a little bit too cheap. There's definitely some upside at this price tag with Gobert. He had a monster game with 6 blocks last time. He actually missed out on a double-double bonus, and he shot really low from the field, which usually that doesn't happen, and it was a blowout. So, if it was a close game, probably could have hit 50 DraftKings points. So he's going to be in play. For sure, Brooklyn, DeAndre Jordan, Jared Allen. Big dudes, but Gobert, he's a lot better than both of them. Donovan Mitchell, he's got more upside than Gobert, but he's definitely got a lower floor. So this match against Brooklyn, it's going to be good for really any team that plays Brooklyn this year. And Donovan Mitchell's just someone that definitely has 60-plus point upside. Against Brooklyn, 7,400, it does feel a little bit cheap here. Got really good upside. Other guys, I think you can look to Derek Favors. He should be probable. Listed questionable here, but he has a path to big minutes, and that's at the expense of Rudy Gobert getting into foul trouble. Gobert's never going to get benched for poor play, so if he were to get into foul trouble, which it could happen, DeAndre Jordan, Jared Allen, both big guys, so maybe boxing out, something like that, and there you go. Favors can have a path to a lot more minutes, and he's someone that is very productive out there. So on a small 5-game slate, you can take shots like that. Brooklyn side, here's going to be the core plays. Kyrie Irving, Karis LeVert. Without Kevin Durant, just so much usage opens up. These guys, their minutes should be staggered. It remains to be seen if LeVert's going to start, but it could be Taurean Prince. But Taurean Prince is a value play. I think you definitely need to consider him, but it's not a lock that he closes. They could go a lot of different ways with TLC, Joe Harris, Shemet, Jeff Green. They closed with Chioza last time, but that was a game where they also sat Kyrie, so that's a different scenario. But yeah, it's going to be Kyrie, LeVert. It's a tough match against Utah, but I'm still going to put them in my core. It's not absolute lock still, I feel like last time when LeVert was with Kyrie and KD out, but still, they're going to be very good plays. Lakers side against Memphis. Rematch from last time. LeBron questionable, but he's been playing through that ankle injury. So LeBron and AD going to be in play, but they're just not going to be core plays when both of them are healthy. And then, that's really it. The Lakers side, it's just not appealing when everyone's healthy. For the Memphis side, Joe Val is a little bit cheaper, 7,600, but still Marc Gasol, 80. They're just not guys I want to target. Kyle Anderson, Dylan Brooks, they're okay at their respective prices. I think I prefer Brooks just because he's a way better scorer, better offensive player. Anderson has, I would say, a better floor because he contributes more with peripherals. And Conchar is out, but Melton, he didn't play last time, and so he probably just takes his minutes. So it's not going to be a real effect with any of these guys. For the Minnesota side, this is also going to be a rematch. So still no Towns. They changed up their lineup. They started Juan Gomez and Ed Davis. So both of them are still cheap. They didn't get priced up, and they're just priced to play teens and minutes. And they definitely have a path towards close to 30. If we look at what happened last time, this is Juancho's minutes. He wasn't shooting well at all. He went 3 of 10. So if he played a little bit better, he definitely could have earned more minutes. And he's supposed to be a good shooter. He's someone that can rebound. When he was on the Nuggets back then, when he got good minutes, he had some 30-plus point DraftKings games. So this is someone that definitely has upside. I think his minutes are a lot safer with him starting. Make sure that he obviously does. Than Taurean Prince. So same thing with Ed Davis. He got into foul trouble here, so there's a chance that maybe he plays a little bit more. But yeah, Nikola Jokic is definitely someone that is someone that can draw a lot of fouls for opposing centers. But I do like them because they're just so cheap. And it's a 5-game slate. It's going to be pretty good value here. For the other guys, I think D'Lo over Beasley, all these other guys, just because he's got upside. He's shown in the past. Beasley, he had his ceiling game. He is not this kind of peripherals guy. He's not a good defender. He shot well, and he got priced up now. This isn't what Beasley is, so I'm going to completely be fading him. So it's just going to be D'Lo and then Ed Davis and Juancho. For the Denver side, Jokic, he still had a great game because he got in foul trouble. He still had it. And Michael Porter Jr. just being out, it helps Jokic, it helps Jamal Murray. So both of them are going to be in play. I think I prefer Murray here because of just that massive savings. And Murray really... he has some pretty good solid upside as well. And Will Barton, he's fine, but if you look at his game log, or the rotations haven't worked out. they went on a crazy run here, and that's why all these bench players they got their minutes. They close ahead of like all their dudes, and so really Murray and Jokic are the only dudes who their minutes are safe. But I mean, usually these runs they don't happen like every game, so I would expect them to go back to some of the regular rotational players like Barton, who um, is going to look a lot better with MPJ out. Millsap, not so much because of JaMychal Green being healthy. For the Spurs side, Aldridge questionable still. Derek White's going to miss for a while, so unfortunate. But for fantasy purposes, we're going to be looking at DeRozan, Murray, Lonnie Walker, just Patty Mills. All these guys' minutes are going to be safer. I like Lonnie down here because he definitely has upside. Pearl, if Aldridge is out in play, and then yeah, DeRozan, it's not going to be as great of a play just because he's finally priced up towards close to 8K now. But still, DeRozan, Murray, they'll be in play. Clippers side, it is important to note that this is the first leg of a back-to-back, so they could potentially rest. But they do play the Warriors next time, so maybe they want to just play everyone here, rest Kawhi next game. And there has been some talk about Kawhi possibly just playing both back-to-backs, so we'll have to see. But Kawhi, I'm going to like him over Paul George. Kawhi just isn't supposed to be this poor of a shooter. This is just an outlier, so I don't expect him to get his usual close to 50 points. And then Paul George, I'm just going to go with Kawhi because it's only $300 difference. I think Zubats, it's pretty appealing because he's someone that will have a path to minutes if Ibaka gets in foul trouble. It is possible. So for 4,200, he's someone that can play bigger minutes than his usual, and he definitely has upside. He's a very good point per minute player. So I like him. And the last game, Chicago against Portland. Levine's fine. 8K, I think this is a fair price for him. Portland, maybe he sees some Rocco defense, but I'm not going to fade that. Levine, he's still going to be the guy who just gets all the usage. Kobe White, secondary play for me. I think Wendell Carter's okay as well. He has upside, 5,700. And Thaddeus Young, he's priced up a little bit. So I think for value, maybe you go with Garrett Temple because he's really cheap. He's obviously not like someone that we're going to be comfortable with, but his minutes have been pretty solid, especially with all these guys like Sato, Archidiakono, Hutchinson, just all of them being out. It helps a guy with like Garrett Temple get minutes. And then for the Portland side, Lillard, he's going to be in play 9,800 against the Bulls. Just that defense is not good. CJ McCollum, he's been playing really well, but 8,400 when Lillard's healthy, it's just not really a play I want. And then other guys, Rocco's 5,100, but the guy I want to talk about is Yusuf Nurkic, 6,400. He lost minutes, same with Rocco, but that was because I think it was Gary Trent and then Carmelo and then Enes Kanter who they just played really well. And so they were outplaying the starters. That's why Nurkic actually lost minutes. Nurkic, I don't think he's ever lost minutes in a close competitive game before. And so I do expect Nurkic to bounce back. I think he is past due for one of his better games. This is someone that just has been hurt by foul trouble, blowouts, you name it. And the Bulls, Wendell Carter is undersized. He's not a good defender. And Nurkic, he's just someone that's so productive. He's a good passing big man. He's a way better field goal percentage shooter. And then he always gets blocks and steals. So 6,400, this is something I'm going to keep playing because he's going to get that boom game. And this is the perfect matchup for him to do it. Ownership, hopefully it stays low because he hasn't been playing that well. So Nurkic is going to be definitely my favorite play. And then you have to go with Kyrie, LeVert. They just feel really good with KD out. And then you can run it back with Donovan Mitchell. And for value, I like Juancho over some of these like Nets guys because I just feel like the minutes are a little bit safer. And I think upside's similar. So I do like these five guys for the main picks: Kyrie, LeVert, Juancho, Nurkic, and Donovan Mitchell. So as always, thank you guys for watching. Please leave a like before you go. I'll have my Twitter in the description below. It's at Boffles. You can always comment down below, or you can find me on Twitter. So go log in the slate, and I'll see you in the next video.